What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. New review for That One Voice Revised Edition. New reasons to get this book. Thank you for joining my channel today for my unpopular opinion. But of course, I got to tell you about my book because I got to get you to buy my book. Yes, indeed. Hit me up. Get yourself an autographed copy. $15. The purchase information will be in the description. Now let's get to the review. Oh yes, indeed. Check out my new sponsor, BougieStoner.co. Bougie Stoner in the building with the P-Love infused body oil, cannabis infused body oil. Get yours at BougieStoner.co. Yes, new sponsors in the building because I am money. Money is me. Money comes to me abundantly. Yeah.
And no shade, I don't care who be in my views. I'm posting what I want to post.
Well, I actually made it on time so I could actually record Real Housewives of Atlanta episode 2, Rumors and Raised Eyebrows. What do you know? It's been a long time since I rocked the lashes. I myself am definitely telling myself this is a once in a blue moon thing. This can't be something I could do every day again like how I used to do it every day. But I did okay with the makeup. I did okay. You know what I'm saying? Not too much on me. Yes, Real Housewives of Atlanta, Rumors and Raised Eyebrows. With her grand opening approaching, Kelly finds herself under fire as accusations surface from multiple directions. Because apparently Portia gonna be calling her out for some fuck shit. Drew makes her return to the silver screen and slips up about what's really been happening. And I just realized that I don't know what I called her man. Drew man, I think I called him Greg or something like that. His name is Ralph. Y'all got to give me a second with everybody names because sometimes I'll be just, you know what I'm saying? I just be throwing people names all the fuck around. Yes. Proper introduction, Lord have mercy. Kai Storm in the building, my unpopular opinions. Like and subscribe, keep it cute in the comments. Check out Motherhood Sex Man, one of the podcasts. Of course, check out my channel sponsor, BougieStoner.co. And of course, get yourself an autographed copy of That One Voice Revised Edition. Lord, I just forgot all of that and started chit-chatting about the show without even telling you. Because I got to welcome the new subscribers and welcome, you know, the subscribers that are here and tell the people to go get me some more subscribers because I need some, clearly. I'm going to go on and admit that I watched a preview of the first couple of minutes of the show, so you know what I'm saying. When it gets to this part where Phaedra is throwing shade at Apollo because the 16-year-old is his designated driver because apparently he a drunkard. And she a Christian lady, so she don't drive. She don't need to be driven. She don't need to be driven because she be getting drunk. She need to be driven because she don't like driving. Ciao. But before that, we had a scene where, oh man, what's her name? Pinky and oh my God, homegirl that don't like. See, I hate when I can't remember people's name. But it was such a funny ass, you know, not necessary scene. They both was getting in the tubs full of ice, and for what? I don't understand that. I'm not getting in no tub full of ice just to something to help your muscles. Fuck that. No. But the main reason why I stopped at this scene because I like this part right here where she was like, "No, bitch, what? I need him to drive me nowhere? I just don't like to drive. He's his father's designated driver because his father's a drunkard. His father's a drunkard." I also mentioned that You know, when they do the back in the day scenes, you got to actually see what Phaedra's face used to look like versus what her face looked like now. You know what I mean? You get to see the progression of the faces. The next scene where Portia comes in and she's having, I'm assuming they're having a tea party with K. Michelle. Again, a scene I already seen, so I should have a full, you know, rehearsed type of, you know, opinion about it already. But again, I was watching it at the time. I was watching it just to be watching it, while now I'm watching it for like work, you know. But anyway, so having a tea party. K. Michelle is there, and we got what the fuck is this bitch name? I hate that. Lord. Anyway, so Kelly's there, and this is where the accusation flies in between, and K. Michelle is just sitting in the middle, just clutching her pearls, like, because from what I seen on the side note, complete side note, because K. Michelle apparently did an interview on Jason Lee's show, on his first show on BET. I did watch it. I did watch it. I watched it on YouTube, but I didn't watch it when it was. But either way, what I'm saying is that on that interview, she said that she, when it comes to being on Real Housewives of Atlanta, she has no interest in being, you know, bringing the love and hip hop type of energy to Real Housewives. She, you know what I'm saying, she don't want to be in no drama. She don't want to be in no mess. She want to walk the fuck away from it. So right here, she gonna just be sitting there clutching her pearls like, bitch, what the fuck is going on? Because Portia going to tell Kelly that, yeah, like, yeah, I want to get to know you, I want to be friends, but at the same time, I think you type of snake because you was on an interview telling you was on an interview being interviewed by Shamia. That's homegirl name that I was trying to remember before. Being interviewed by Shamia, and you gonna say to Shamia that P needs to stop sleeping with people's husbands. Now, on the side note, we all know that's true. Like Portia, find a way to stop fucking. But obviously, again, the side story is that the man that you presented us as your man's is talking shit that he's acting, or that he's mad because you really got a girlfriend. But all of us knew that you had a girlfriend. How he didn't know that you had a girlfriend, but that's another story on the other side. But see, again, it seemed to me like since you came on the show, I said that to myself. I ain't included in my last review, but I said that to myself. Like, it seemed to me like Kelly is way too involved. Like, her whole storyline is motherfucking Portia's pum pum. Like, why are you worried about what Portia doing with her pum pum? Like, that is not your business. But yes, K. Michelle on the side is looking confused, and she telling her, yes, bitch, you was sleeping with married men too. And of course they going back and forth and saying that no, absolutely not. I've never slept with a married man. I've never slept with a married man. I've never slept with a married man. Anyway, let me get back to it. I say I'm loving K. Michelle in this, how she is rolling through these Atlanta, Real Housewives of Atlanta streets, because she literally sat there and said, listen, I've been listening to this bullshit. It sounds like why is you talking about this woman's hot pocket like that? Like, first of all, like, this don't even make no sense. Like, why am I stuck here listening to this fuck shit? And then eventually these bitches make up and get up and hug each other. And it's like, Kim Michelle was just like, well, is that how we gonna end this? That's what, let's just, okay, fine. Let's just get it over with, because this is some crazy shit. Like, I don't want to want to have any part of this fuck shit. And I totally agree with her. Now we are talking to Pinky and Pinky's husband. Apparently she's Jamaican, and you know, she owned and she owns a slutty vegan. She owned it, then she lost it, then she bought it back 43 days later. So good for her. And then her husband owns, I think it's called Dave's Steaks. and he's number 6 in the country when it comes to his restaurant. So they're doing pretty well. Good for them. And Black Love. And they got 6 kids. The scene with Pinky and her husband, she talks about, being, even though that her husband was there for her, she felt lonely in a relationship because she was going through all that she was going through with the loss and the gain of her business. So, but now they're back and everything is great. So they're, everything is, moving on and doing well. And I love to see the progress. Now, what I don't want to see is Kelly and this ugly pink ass dog she gonna have in her hand. And then on top of the fact that, you know what I'm saying, because she dyed the dog pink, like, what the fuck? And then she gonna be talking to motherfucking Angela and somebody else, I can't remember, but she gonna be lying, talking about that Portia said this to her, and she said, but wait a minute, Portia. You didn't say nothing about no wait a minute, Portia. You answered the question nice and cool, and then get no way sarcastic, because had you said that sarcastic remark that you just said when you talking to these bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you big talking in front of these bitches when you ain't barked none of that when you was talking to Portia and Portia face, you lying hoe. And then we get to a scene where K. Michelle and Dr. Caston are moving into a new house, and she telling him, yes, make sure you keep your sausage in your pants and don't spread it around, because I ain't got time. And I also want a chicken coop in the back of the house, and I want a baby. I want a baby girl. Even though she got a son, and the son is in his 20s, 21 or 22 years old. She wants to have a baby girl. Now, on the Jason Lee show, she says she's going to do it through surrogate, that she wants twins, and she want to do it through surrogate because she want a girl and she want to give her husband a son because her husband ain't got no kids, period. So she willing to pay for the surrogate. Why is Tasha K's name being mentioned in these fucking? Because I think this is the second or third time or fourth time I done seen. I'm watching my social, watching one of my shows, reviewing the show, and Tasha K's dirty ass name gets thrown about in there. Because now we in a scene. Yes, this is a scene where she's here with Shamia and Angela and Kelly, and this I guess this is a scene where she gonna talk all kind of shit that she ain't even really say. But she first starts saying that when Shamia shows up, that apparently her ex-husband did a sit-down interview with Tasha K. Like, first of all, if that I'm assuming that's true, because they did show the headlines, but that makes her husband look like a whole bitch. Like, anybody that sit down with Tasha K is trash. Like, trash just like she's trash. Like, Tasha K is a whole trash bucket. A whole fucking trash bucket. Okay, yes. I'm glad you admitted that you probably didn't say. No, bitch, you didn't say that. Because if you would have said that, you would have got punched in the face. The fuck out of here. So she's talking about the husband first. Kelly starts talking about how the husband shouldn't even be interviewing with what the fuck, and with Tasha K. Never mind. And then Angela asked her about, her finances, how's the finances is going. And of course, the bitch lied and said, yeah, everything is good. But meanwhile, in the confessional, she was like, nah, bitch, I still owe a lot and a whole lot going on and a whole lot going on. The finances is going up there. And so then they go back to, so then there was a conversation with Shamia was trying to have with Angela about Drew, and Angela was just like, yeah, I'm good on Drew. I don't have no problem with Drew. Meanwhile, Shamia is pushing the issue like, what you mean you don't have no problem with Drew? And of course, Angela is recognizing game like, girl, I don't have a problem with Drew. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let it go. Like, you want me to have a problem with Drew, but I don't have a problem with Drew. You know what I'm saying? And then now we talking about Kelly and the conversation she had with Portia, and she was talking about how Portia accused her of sleeping with married men. And it's like, well, girl, first of all, you talking shit. You talking shit about like you got receipts about me sleeping with married men, but you literally walked in somebody's house, met, shook her husband's man, and then turned around and married him. And then, of course, the messy producers literally showed the scene back where they literally just met Simon. Phelan was standing there, and they just met Simon, and next thing you know, you hear about Simon is Portia's husband. So yeah, but girl, yeah, I'm glad you did admit it, because no, you did not the fuck say that. And Kelly proceeds to tell the ladies that she said that she mentioned hugging Portia in order to de-escalate the situation, because she ain't want no smoke. I mean, and then Shamia made sure and told her, like, girl, even though she hugged you, don't mean that she cool with you, which made motherfucking sense. Like, but then again, I would have hugged the bitch any fucking way. But, you know, that's how the shows go. These shows, you know, motherfuckers gotta hug. Now, the next scene is going to be interesting, because it looked like Portia going to bring her girlfriend on the show. And I assumed that the girlfriend was going to come on the show regardless, because that's who we've been hearing in these streets. We ain't the man that she brought on the show, we ain't never heard of him. We ain't never ever heard of this nigga. I'm assuming he just brought on just for the sake of it. But the fact is, these streets been talking about Portia and her girlfriend. Been talking about Portia and her girlfriend. Next scene is apparently Drew's movie premiere. Some kind of sci-fi movie she was in, and the ladies are all there. Phaedra and Angela have some sort of kumbaya over the whole gay dude that popped up and was accusing, you know, her Charles of cheating, and you know what I mean, and finally she apologized to Phaedra over it, and they kumbayaing over that. And then Portia came in with her lady friend, and yes, and they're all discussing the situation, and just look, and nobody is really acknowledging the lady friend yet, but the lady friend is in the building. Yeah. So Dirty Stinking Drew, because y'all know I don't like Drew. Dirty Stinking Drew is talking to Portia, talking about what's going on here, what's this, and what's up with your lady friend. And she's like, yeah, I mean, I there ain't no secret. I do like girls, and yeah, this is the first woman that I'm actually dating in public. What's the problem? And then here come Drew asking her, talking about, well, why you living my life? And then Portia was like, wait, y'all caught that? Yes, because we all remember you in the Thai relationship that you was trying to deny, but we all knew it applied, motherfucker. Why dirty ass Drew looking at Portia's friend like, ooh, I want some. Go get your own, bitch. Now, according to Portia, because first of all, what happened was, Angela, obviously bone carrying, talking to Phaedra and saying, oh, well, you know, I was talking to Kelly, and Kelly has some words with Portia. And then because Portia told her that, you know, that she knew that Kelly was sleeping with married men, which automatically had Phaedra all shocked. All of a sudden, Portia showed up, and she's like, wait, what's going on here? Why are your eyebrows raised? What's going on here? And then here come Angela carrying the bone, telling her, yes, Kelly told us that you told her that you knew that she was sleeping with married men. And Portia was like, yeah, so she's spilling her own tea? Is that what's going on here? Because we discussed it, we hugged it out, it was a wrap. Like, what the fuck is going on here? What you talking about? And then here come motherfucking Angela telling her, well, she told us that she called you Horsea, And of course, Portia shocked, like, bitch, what? Ain't no motherfucking way, cause ain't no motherfucking way, cause ain't no motherfucking way, cause we were all there and we know ain't no motherfucking way. Portia said, nah, she's a fake ass bitch because she pretended like everything was good and apparently everything wasn't good because she over here talking about me with y'all. But then again, that is what she supposed to do, cause cause again, since last season, Kelly's whole fucking storyline is Portia's poom poom, just talking about Portia's poom poom, talking about Portia and Simon business, like it had affected her in some sort of personal way, and it didn't. And now that we in the second season, she's still talking about it. It's like, yes, this was some kind of science fiction movie where Drew dies 35 minutes into the movie, and you know what I'm saying, and now they outside, and Drew is doing some kind of kiss up to Portia's lady friend because she was the one that was buying the tequila. Since this is the second time I done heard her mentioning her finances, Kelly clearly is in financial strain. So apparently this restaurant and the grand opening and everything has to be really successful because divorce is apparently draining her. Wait, I'm just noticing we have 59:13, so this must be an extended version. Okay. Anyway, so yes, we're at the opening of Mama's Chicken and Waffles, Kelly's restaurant, and Shamia's mama and daddy is here, and she made sure and told everybody needs to be nice, so she gonna get the paddle, and Phaedra came in, and she's friends with everybody, and Shamia's surprised, and Shamia's like, oh my god, everybody's moved on and everybody's happy, it's a kumbaya. Wow, very surprised by this kumbaya. For whatever reason, Shamia mad because she didn't get to see the resolution, because according to her, everybody wanted her to resolute with Portia in front of everybody, but because they had separate conversations, she don't really believe in them. Girl, whatever. So after Kelly makes her speech for saying thank you for everybody showing up to her restaurant opening, and now it's not open, now it's open and everything, a bouquet of roses shows up with a note from Portia that says, congratulations, Kelly, but we need to talk. And then of course she looked at the flowers like, yeah, get them shits away from me, because bitch, what, you told people I'm sleeping with married men, and you didn't really bring out a receipt. Like, you told people I'm sleeping with married men, but you didn't bring out a receipt. So, and then you said something about me thinking about you and Dennis. Like, thinking about you and Dennis? Now, Pinky, I'm weirded out. You knew that this is Nana Chicken and Waffles. You knew there was going to be chicken on the menu, and you sitting there mad because niggas is eating chicken? Because you don't eat chicken? So Portia must have called Cynthia. I forgot to mention Cynthia was there. But Portia called Cynthia while sitting next to Phaedra and saying, yes, yeah, I couldn't make it or whatever. And then and she was like, and I guess Angela jumped in and said, yes, I'm sitting next to Kelly right here. And so Kelly grabs the phone and she's like, okay, so congratulations, Waffle Queen. And then Kelly says, thank you. Is that really a thank you? Because what's going on? Where you at? And then she's like, well, I already put my money where my mouth is. I sent you flowers. And Kelly said, yeah, I tossed them flowers the fuck away. And then Portia was like, word, is that the vibe? And she was like, yeah, it is what it is. And then Portia said, well, you have a good night, honey. You go ahead and have a good night. And Kelly said, yes, all right, good night. Thank you, bye. And then, of course, Angela called it out like, bitch, you called her horseshit in front of us, but not in front of her face. You should have said that in front of her face. And then here come Kelly talking about, fuck them flowers, bitch. I don't give a fuck about your bitch ass flowers, child. Here comes Shamia congratulating Drew for the movie that she ain't get to see. And it's like, but did you expect Drew to invite you? You and her been beefing for the longest. Like, what the fuck? And then it looked like Shamia's mama gonna get in between and try to make it peaceful, I guess. I don't know. We gonna see when it come back from commercial. Then after Shamia's mama jumps in and, you know, does some sort of sermon and, you know, makes it, you know, good enough that they get together and kumbaya. Then we go to a scene where after K. Michelle's performance, well, right before K. Michelle's performance, she had some sort of leakage going on with her butt injections, and, you know, they just did the best they could do to get her ready so that she could perform. And then she's at the hospital now, you know, and they talking about reconstructive surgery right away, and she starts crying because these are some because after all of this she's going through it because of butt injections, you know what I mean? So it's like illegal butt injections to be exact. So goes back to that whole you trying to get a certain look to fit a certain scheme of things for other people, and then eventually it affects your own fucking health. But now what's happening next, though, is what I need to remember and talk about. So let me do a little rewinding before, because my shit always records 2 extra minutes after the show finishes. But yes, we're going to have next up, we're going to have a scene where apparently Dirty Drew and her man Black is going to be coming out the phone, and they going to have an actual date. And then there's going to be a scene where Pinky's going to be having some kind of emotional situation, and I guess talking to a lawyer. I don't know about her business, something like that. And then K. Michelle is going to be pissed off at Portia because Portia going to say something stupid that she didn't like. And then then Portia and her going to have a conversation. So I ain't gonna front, none of that sounds really appetizing, but we are gonna be here. At least I know I'll be here, so make sure you're here. Make sure you like and subscribe. Keep it cute in the comments. Check out bougiestoner.co. Check out That One Voice Revised Edition. Check out Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana, the podcast. And of course, see you on Tuesday for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Yeah, later.